Imagine this: waking up every day with energy, clarity, and unshakable confidence, feeling like your best days are not behind you but ahead of you. Does that sound like a dream? It's not. It's a decision. A decision to reprogram your mind for positive thinking. And the best part? The power to do it is already inside you. Here's the deal: your mind is your most powerful tool. It's shaping your reality right now, whether you're aware of it or not. But if you're stuck in a cycle of stress, fear, or negativity, that tool is working against you today. I'm going to show you how to turn it into your greatest ally. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share can change everything, not just how you think, but how you live. Your brain is an extraordinary organ, constantly evolving and adapting in response to your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. This ability, known as neuroplasticity, is one of the most exciting discoveries in neuroscience. It means that you are not stuck with the mindset you have today. You are not doomed to repeat the same patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that might be holding you back. Instead, you have the power to rewire your brain, to reprogram it for positive thinking, and in doing so, transform your life. Why does this matter so much? Because your thoughts shape your reality. Everything you experience, every challenge you face, and every opportunity you seize begins in your mind. If your thoughts are predominantly negative, if you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that things will never change, or that success is out of reach, your brain will take those thoughts as instructions. It will align your behavior, your decisions, and even your emotions to fit that narrative. The result? A self-fulfilling prophecy that keeps you stuck in the same cycle. But the reverse is also true. When you intentionally focus on positive thoughts, when you tell yourself, I can handle this, I'm capable, or good things are on their way, you activate a different set of neural pathways. These thoughts signal to your brain that you are ready for growth, for challenges, and for opportunities. Your brain begins to reinforce those pathways, making it easier for you to think positively in the future. Over time, this shift changes how you see the world and how the world responds to you. The implications of this are profound. Reprogramming your mind for positive thinking isn't just about feeling good in the moment, although that's certainly part of it. It's about creating a foundation for success in every area of your life. Studies have shown that positive thinkers are more resilient in the face of challenges. They have better relationships, stronger immune systems, and a greater sense of purpose. They're not living in denial of life's difficulties. They're simply choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. Imagine the ripple effect this could have on your life. When you reprogram your mind for positivity, you don't just change how you think, you change how you act. You approach challenges with confidence instead of fear. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You become the kind of person who uplifts those around you, creating a positive feedback loop that elevates your personal and professional life. The beauty of this process is that it's never too late to start. No matter how long you've been stuck in negative patterns, your brain is capable of change. Every thought you choose today is a vote for the kind of mindset you want to build. And with consistent effort, those small votes add up to a massive transformation. Reprogramming your mind is not about perfection. It's about making a conscious choice every day to focus on the positive, to embrace growth, and to believe in your potential. It's about deciding that you are worthy of a life filled with joy, purpose, and success, and then aligning your thoughts to make it a reality. Breaking the negative loop is one of the most important steps in reprogramming your mind for positive thinking. Negative thought patterns can feel like an invisible trapped one that subtly but powerfully dictates how you see yourself, others, and the world. These loops don't just show up out of nowhere. They're often the result of years of repetition, reinforced by past experiences, societal conditioning, or even well-meaning but misguided advice. Yet the most important thing to understand is that these loops are not permanent. They can be interrupted and replaced with something better. I think about it: how often do you find yourself caught in a spiral of what-ifs or worst-case scenarios? Perhaps you've had a challenging moment at work and suddenly your mind leaps to thoughts like, I'll never be good enough, or this always happens to me. One negative thought attracts another like magnets until you're buried under a mountain of doubt, fear, or frustration. The more frequently this happens, the more your brain starts to accept these patterns as normal. Over time, Negativity becomes your default setting not because it's true, but because it's familiar. This is why breaking the loop is so vital. You need to become aware of these patterns as they occur. Awareness is the first and most crucial step because you cannot change what you don't recognize. It's like flipping on a light switch in a dark room. Once you see the loop, you can consciously decide whether you want to stay in it or not. And that choice is where your power lies. To break free from these negative cycles, you must be willing to disrupt them. This doesn't mean suppressing negative thoughts or pretending they don't exist. It's about challenging them and replacing them with more constructive ones. For example, when you catch yourself thinking, I always mess up, pause and ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have to support this? You might realize that your negative thought is based on fear or assumption rather than fact. But breaking the loop doesn't stop there. The next step is to introduce a positive alternative. Instead of I always mess up, you could replace it with I've made mistakes, but I've also learned from them. I'm growing every day. Reframing your thoughts in this way doesn't just feel good in the moment, it actively rewires your brain, teaching it to seek out positive patterns instead of defaulting to negativity. Of course, this takes practice. At first, it might feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. Your old loops are strong because they've been reinforced over time, but every time you interrupt them, even if only for a moment, you're weakening their grip. And every time you choose a positive thought, you're building a new, healthier loop. Over time, these new patterns will become your default. Breaking the negative loop is not just about thinking positively, it's about reclaiming your mental space. It's about taking back control and refusing to let old, unhelpful patterns dictate your future. When you do this consistently, you'll not only change how you think, you'll change how you live. The idea of a mindset formula might sound simplistic, but it is one of the most powerful tools you can use to reprogram your mind for positive thinking. This formula is built on 3 essential steps: awareness, intention, and repetition. While these may seem like basic concepts on the surface, they are the building blocks of profound personal transformation. By integrating these steps into your daily life, you can begin to shift your mindset from one that is reactive and negative to one that is proactive and positive. The first step, awareness, is absolutely crucial. Without awareness, we are simply drifting through life, letting our thoughts and emotions control us instead of the other way around. Awareness allows us to step back and notice when we are caught in negative thinking patterns. This is often the most challenging part because negative thoughts can be automatic, triggered by emotions or external circumstances. However, once you recognize that these thoughts are happening, you can take immediate control. For example, let's say you're about to give a presentation and you start to feel nervous. You might begin thinking, I'm going to mess this up, or everyone is going to judge me. These thoughts are not based on reality. They're just your mind reacting out of fear. But the moment you recognize them, you can break the cycle. Awareness gives you the power to pause, observe what's going on in your mind, and make an intentional choice about what to think next. This leads us to the second step, intention. Once you are aware of your thoughts, you can then set a clear intention to change them. This is where the magic happens. Setting an intention isn't just about wishing for positive outcomes, it's about taking deliberate action to create the mental environment that will support the success you desire. In the example of your presentation, instead of continuing to feed yourself negative thoughts, you can set the intention to think about the value you bring, how much effort you've put into preparing, and how capable you are. Intention is about choosing to direct your mind towards something positive, something empowering, and something that serves your highest good. The beauty of intention is that it activates your focus. When you set a clear intention, your mind starts looking for ways to make it a reality, filtering out the distractions and negativity. It's like programming your GPS. Once you enter your destination, everything in your surroundings shifts to help you get there. The final step is repetition. It's one thing to be aware of your thoughts and set positive intentions, but to make lasting change, you need to consistently repeat this process. Repetition is the key to rewiring your brain. When you repeat a positive thought or affirmation enough times, your brain begins to believe it. Just as negative thinking patterns were reinforced over time, positive thinking patterns will also become ingrained with repetition. This is how new neural pathways are created. Over time, this formula awareness, intention, and repetition becomes a cycle of growth. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. At first, it may require conscious effort, but soon your brain will begin to operate from a place of positivity almost automatically. You'll start to notice that your default response to challenges is one of optimism rather than pessimism. And this shift will have a profound impact on every area of your life, from how you handle stress to how you pursue your goals. The mindset formula is simple, but it is not always easy. It requires commitment, practice, and patience. However, with consistent effort, it will begin to change the way you think, feel, and act. And as you continue to build this positive mindset, you'll find that your life begins to reflect the power of your thoughts. You'll feel more confident, more resilient, and more in control, equipped to face whatever comes your way. The power of language is often underestimated, but it plays a pivotal role in shaping our thoughts, our perceptions, and ultimately our reality. The words we speak, whether internally or externally, have a profound impact on how we view the world and ourselves. This is why mastering the language we use, both with others and within our own minds, is one of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind for positive thinking. It's not just about the words you say out loud, but the language you use in your internal dialogue, which governs your self-perception, confidence, and mindset. Think about the language you use when facing a challenge or confronting a difficult task. If your inner dialogue is filled with words like "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard," you're setting the stage for failure. Your mind will interpret these phrases as limiting beliefs, reinforcing feelings of doubt and insecurity. Over time, this negative language becomes ingrained in your thinking, and it limits your ability to take risks, face challenges, or believe in your potential. The words you choose become your reality, dictating not only your thoughts but also your actions. Conversely, when you use positive, empowering language, you create a foundation for success. Words like "I can," "I am capable," and "I will figure this out" activate a mindset of possibility and growth. These affirmations signal to your brain that you are ready to take on challenges, that you trust in your abilities, and that you are open to learning from every experience. This language fuels your motivation, encourages resilience, and creates a sense of self-efficacy that drives you forward. Positive language doesn't just make you feel good, it activates neural pathways that enhance your ability to perform, problem solve, and thrive in difficult situations. But it's not only your internal dialogue that shapes your mindset. The language you use when speaking to others is equally important. Consider how you communicate with people around you, whether it's in a professional setting, with friends, or in your relationships. The way you speak to others often reflects how you feel about yourself, and it can influence how they perceive you. If you constantly express doubt, negativity, or self-deprecation, you may inadvertently project weakness or insecurity, which could lead others to doubt you as well. On the other hand, using positive, confident, and empowering language with others can inspire trust, cooperation, and respect. It sets a tone of strength and possibility and can encourage those around you to believe in your vision and support your goals. It's also important to note that language is a tool for reshaping your emotional state. When you encounter negative emotions such as fear, anxiety, or frustration, the words you use to describe those feelings can either exacerbate them or help you manage them. For instance, if you describe a challenging situation as impossible, you're likely to feel overwhelmed and helpless. But if you reframe it with language like "this is difficult, but I can handle it," or "I may not know how yet, but I'm learning," you instantly shift your emotional response. The language you use can soften the emotional impact of stress and redirect your focus toward finding solutions instead of getting stuck in problems. The key to reprogramming your mind through language is not to pretend that everything is perfect or to ignore challenges. It's about choosing words that empower you to move through obstacles with strength and resilience. Every time you catch yourself using limiting language, take a moment to reframe it in a way that opens up possibilities. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this try, I'm still learning, but I'm improving every day." Instead of "I'll never succeed," say, "I will keep trying until I do." The more you practice using positive language, the more it becomes a natural part of your thinking, which in turn shapes a more positive, growth-oriented mindset. By mastering the language you use, you master your mindset and create the foundation for lasting success and happiness. Visualization and emotional anchors are two powerful techniques that can significantly enhance the process of reprogramming your mind for positive thinking. These tools not only help you shift your mindset, but also strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed and achieve your goals. By using the power of your imagination and emotions, you can create a mental environment that supports your desired outcomes and aligns with your best self. Visualization, at its core, is about using your mind's eye to create vivid, detailed images of success, achievement, or positive experiences. It's like mentally rehearsing your best possible life or your greatest success. The brain doesn't distinguish between real experiences and those vividly imagined. This means that when you visualize success, your brain is processing it as if it's happening right now. The more you practice visualization, the more familiar these positive experiences become, and the more likely your actions will align with them. You're essentially wiring your brain to expect success and embrace opportunities even before they materialize in the real world. Take a moment to think about something you really want to achieve, whether it's a personal goal, a career milestone, or a meaningful relationship. Now close your eyes and picture yourself already having achieved that goal. Imagine every detail. What does success look like? How do you feel in that moment? What are you doing? What are the people around you saying? The more sensory details you add to this visualization, the more powerful it becomes. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and conditions your mind to not only expect success, but to also feel empowered and capable of making it a reality. But visualization alone is often not enough. To make it even more effective, it's essential to pair it with emotional anchors, specific feelings that you want to connect to your visualization. Emotions are like the glue that makes your thoughts stick in your brain. When you can connect a powerful, positive emotion to the image of success you've created, you amplify the impact of your visualization. For instance, if you visualize achieving a significant goal, such as landing your dream job, try to tap into the emotional excitement and pride you would feel in that moment. Imagine how proud you would be, how fulfilled, how happy. Feel those emotions in your body. The more you can anchor these positive emotions to your visualizations, the stronger the neural connections between success and positive emotion become. This practice doesn't just help you feel good, it also sets up a powerful psychological feedback loop. When you pair a positive feeling with a positive image, you increase your emotional resilience and boost your motivation. You begin to associate success with positive emotions, which encourages you to take action. In fact, when you anchor these feelings to your goals, your mind will be more likely to look for opportunities and solutions that will bring you closer to those goals. The positive emotional states you create serve as both motivation and reward, keeping you focused and driven even when challenges arise. Another important aspect of emotional anchoring is the ability to use positive emotions to overcome negative ones. For example, if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you can use visualization and emotional anchors to shift your emotional state. Take a moment to visualize a peaceful, calm scenario, perhaps a place that brings you comfort or a memory where you felt completely at ease. Tap into the emotions of relaxation and calmness and allow those feelings to replace the negative emotions you're currently experiencing. Over time, practicing this technique helps you create a mental toolkit that you can rely on whenever you need to reset your mindset and shift back to a place of confidence and positivity. Visualization and emotional anchoring are not just mental exercises, they are tools that help you reprogram your mind at a deep subconscious level. The more you practice these techniques, the more automatic your mind will become at shifting into a positive, success-oriented state. Whether you're facing challenges, striving for a new goal, or simply seeking greater fulfillment, these tools can help you navigate your mental landscape with purpose and clarity, turning your desired reality into an attainable one. One of the most profound ways to reprogram your mind for positive thinking is by surrounding yourself with positive influences, people, environments, and media that nurture and reinforce the mindset you want to develop. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," speaks to the incredible impact that the people and environments around you have on your thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes. The truth is, your surroundings shape you in ways that are often invisible but highly influential. The people you interact with daily have an immense influence on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by individuals who are pessimistic, critical, or stuck in negative patterns of thinking, it can be incredibly challenging to maintain a positive outlook yourself. Negative energy is contagious, and when you're in the presence of people who constantly focus on what's wrong or what could go wrong, it can drain your energy and distort your own thinking. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire you, uplift you, and believe in possibilities can have a transformational effect on your mindset. Positive people will encourage you to think bigger, challenge your limiting beliefs, and support you when the going gets tough. They create an environment that encourages growth, resilience, and success. It's not always possible to control who you interact with, but you can make conscious choices about the people you invite into your life. Start by seeking out mentors, friends, and colleagues who embody the mindset and qualities you want to cultivate. When you interact with people who encourage you to think positively, you'll naturally start to adopt their mindset, and your brain will begin to shift toward more empowering thoughts. These relationships are like mental and emotional support systems that help you stay focused on the positive, even during difficult times. But it's not just the people in your life that influence your mindset. The environments you spend time in also play a significant role. Think about the physical spaces you inhabit, your home, office, or even the places where you spend your free time. Are these spaces cluttered, chaotic, or uninspiring? Or are they organized, calming, and energizing? Your environment has the power to influence your mood, your productivity, and your mental state. When you surround yourself with an environment that reflects your goals and values, it reinforces positive thinking and encourages growth. This might mean organizing your workspace to minimize distractions, decorating your home with uplifting images or affirmations, or even spending time in nature to recharge and gain perspective. A supportive environment is like a backdrop for positive thinking. It provides a physical reminder of your commitment to a positive, growth-oriented mindset. Another aspect of your environment that's often overlooked is the media you consume. In the age of information, we are constantly bombarded with news, social media, and other forms of content that can have a direct impact on our mood and perspective. If you're regularly exposed to negative news stories, toxic social media content, or movies and TV shows that reinforce unhealthy beliefs, it can shape your worldview in ways that don't serve your well-being. Conversely, when you choose to consume content that inspires, motivates, and educates, you create an environment that fosters positivity. Whether it's reading books on personal development, listening to podcasts that inspire growth, or watching content that challenges you to think differently, the media you consume is an integral part of shaping your mental environment. The key to surrounding yourself with positivity is to become intentional about the influences you allow into your life. Take stock of the people, spaces, and media you engage with regularly. Are they uplifting and supportive, or do they drag you down and reinforce negative thinking? By consciously choosing to fill your life with people, environments, and content that encourage positive thinking, you create an ecosystem that supports your growth and reprogramming efforts. Remember, your mindset is influenced by both external and internal factors, and while you can't always control everything around you, you have the power to choose where you focus your attention. Surrounding yourself with positive influences gives you the mental and emotional tools to develop the mindset you need to thrive. It's like building a support system that helps you stay grounded, focused, and inspired on your journey to reprogramming your mind for positive thinking.